Hey, Jody.
Hello, hello.
Hi. I'm letting people in.
Little by little.
Yeah. Little by little. There she is.
By littler.
We're getting there.
Right.
I think it's just taking a while. It's so cold outside.
Same.
Oh, right?
Single digit.
It is bitter.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Very much. Look at you guys. It might just be us three tonight. Maybe nobody has any questions. Here's my notebook.
Here's a question I'll ask right now, since I know Jody is also doing a cutting routine right now too, right, Jody?
Yeah.
So have you noticed, and or Diana, is this something I should be experiencing, that I am flush, dizzy-ish like, and I know, right? So I had to leave my workout Thursday because of that. Today I felt, so then I didn't work out Friday, but I usually don't do my HIIT. That was my HIIT class. I usually don't do my HIIT class Fridays. And then of course, Saturday, Sunday's rest. So then today back got into my routine, did my strength, went to HIIT, and I felt flush again. A little bit dizzy, not as much. So I pushed through and didn't get as frustrated this time and leave. But I'm like, okay, is this because of the cutting? Is this not because of it, or what?
Well, let's see. So it happened today. So you're eating today more than you did.
Well, yeah. So one of the things I thought yes. One of the things I thought this morning was, though, I had just come off of the weekend, which is my really low carb days. And before I went, all I had really was my branch chain amino acids, my pre-workout, and my half a banana. That's all I'd had.
That's happened.
So I wonder, but last week, Thursday, though, I was still on my mod days. And so I shouldn't have had that then.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
How much water are you drinking?
Well, not quite a gallon, just under. I'm just not hitting my gallon every day, but I'm not far under. I just won't record it as hitting it if I'm not there or over.
Do you work out or do you eat? Go.
I do not eat before I go. So all I do is I get up in the morning. I have my my concoction of creatine, branch chain, amino acids, and pre-workout. Then I eat a half a banana. Then I head to the gym.
Maybe you should try to eat a little bit more before. I mean, not a full-on meal, because that's what I do too. I don't like to eat before I work out. I usually eat after.
Right, I do too.
But that was the same thing was happening to me as well. So
I hadn't had this before until Thursday and today.
I mean, it could be a little bit of that, but I could see it happening more today than last week. Because
what's that, or I'm either coming down with something. Hi Hillary, or it actually really felt like a hot flash this morning in the gym, which I just really have no reason to why I should be all of a sudden having that again, but it really does feel like that too. And I'm like,
and we're doing something different, so your body is going,
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I just thought I'd throw that out there since we were,
How are you feeling otherwise? Sick to your stomach, headache, anything like that?
No, nothing else.
Okay.
I mean, I'm tired a little bit, like Jody commented on in the Facebook group over the weekend, but I think it's the cold. Really more than anything, I'm getting 7+ hours of sleep, so there's no reason I should be tired. I just think it's the cold dragging me down. In the dark days, of course. And I just can't seem to remember to use that therapy lamp I got for Christmas. I got to get a routine for that.
Get it up and running.
I know. I have on some days, but not every day.
So sometimes what I've experienced is the creatine. Have you always been taking that? Even before?
Since just after I've been with you. So the better part of 8.5 months or so. I've been with you 10 months, probably a month and a half in. I've been taking creatine.
10 months, huh?
And this is the 10th month, Diana. I know it, right?
Yeah, set time. But creatine sometimes can not make you feel so good.
Yeah,
I've just not had that before, but
if
I take my vitamins before I eat, it will really upset my stomach.
I'm the same way.
So I never do that. I always take my vitamins when I get back and I'm having my oatmeal. But and now since you have me on this cutting, I'm having the protein shake in my car so that with the minute I leave the gym, I'm having the protein shake. Now, when I left last Thursday early, I downed the protein shake and grabbed some almonds that I had in the car too, before I started driving, just to make sure I was good, because it was just weird. I hadn't had that.
So that's interesting. So I really think it's your body kind of adjusting to things. And like what Jody said, maybe you do eat, you know, depending on the size of the banana, sometimes those bananas can either be really kind of small and sometimes they can be huge, right?
Yeah, I buy the smallest ones.
Right. Yes. It's, you know, especially because you're not working out Saturday or Sunday. So to have that, maybe a more banana will help with the blood sugar and you won't have that issue. And then still drinking and still drink the protein after. I mean, I do protein shake after.
Right.
Because it really helps me get my protein in. Otherwise, sometimes, like you guys, I struggle a little bit with that, especially when I'm really busy. It's like I have it there, but it's getting there, right? So that's, you know, you could always, I would try that, but I think it's just your body changing with the.
Yeah, that's what I wonder.
And that's what we want. I don't want you to be sick, is not what I'm saying, but we want you to feel a little different.
Oh, trust me, I felt different.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, what's going on?
Right,
Yeah.
right. Well, those are great questions because that'll happen anytime you change things. You can change a workout routine. You can change just if you work out in the morning and then you move it to the afternoon or vice versa. Your body likes, I mean, it reacts to change and it just has to get used to it. And a lot of those things that we do in the program is we make those changes so that your body is a little confused, so it makes changes and you have that you know, that's the whole pivoting. Let's try this. Let's try that.
Yeah, right.
But that makes sense. I know that if I sometimes I just don't have the energy if I change my nutrition too, it takes my body a while to figure it out.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing that your body does respond like that. So
Yeah, no, right.
Really good things. So
Okay.
yeah, so what I wanted to do tonight, and we started, and that was great, is I want you to be able to ask me any question. We can also have discussion. I don't always want to do a topic. I mean, they're fun and it promotes, you know, questions of its own, but I want to be able to also make sure I give you guys enough time to ask me any burning questions or have discussion on certain things. And Pam had just asked about, we've changed your nutrition up a little bit and she was just not feeling well with workouts and things and just wondering why that was happening. So we were just discussing, you know, eating a little bit more, making sure she's hydrated, what could be going on, and just trying to figure that out. And so that's what this is all about, is trying to help you guys navigate the system and do what's best for you and your body, because you guys are all in here because you want to be the best you can possibly be, but you also have your own goals and where you see yourself going. And you're also going to have different successes and different concerns along the way too. So, you know, some might be the same, but it's you, it's your body, it's your journey. And so it's specific to you. It might be related or have some, what's the word? Well, some familiarity with each other too. Who wants to ask a question?
I'll expound on
Okay.
Pam. That, remember when I was doing Monday through Friday, working out regular normal days, and we started doing some carb cycling, and then on Saturday, Sunday, it was my low days, low calorie, low carb day, and I didn't work out. And then come Monday, I was exhausted trying to do my workout. But then same thing, and by Friday, after between work and the workouts, I was exhausted. So I had that both Monday, Thursday, and Friday. Monday because it was low carb, low calorie Saturday, Sunday, and I just didn't have the carbs to sustain me, you know, through the workout on Monday. So I was starting to get a little dizzy on Monday. So, but we switched mine up because by the time Thursday and Friday rolled around, because it was just so stupid crazy at work, that I was having a really hard time getting the workouts in. I didn't have the mental wasn't there, then I was pooped. So we switched it up a little bit, where Thursday were my carb, low calorie day when I'm doing the carb cycling. Saturday, my high.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, just
I was-
sometimes you just gotta move things around a little bit, what works for you. And if it works for you, that's great. So,
What is carb cycling?
so what we're doing, this is something that you may want to think about too, Pat, and this is a discussion that we can have when we talk on Friday, or we can talk now too. So I think about, I don't know, there's 6 or 8 women right now are doing where we're going, so it's a carbon calorie cycling process. And so on the days that you're off, you don't work out. So let's say, and for the instance, let's say it's Saturday, Sunday, you rest. And so those days that you're not working out, you're going to be lower calories for those days and lower carbohydrates, decent protein, decent fat, moderate. Then on days that you work out, let's say you work out Monday through Friday, one of those days you're going to do high calorie or higher calorie, higher carb. So it's like a carbohydrate refeed. So you're really taking in, right, ladies? It's a lot of carbohydrate. I mean, obviously it's a good stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of calories and carbs. But then the 4 days, when you pick a day, whatever day it is that you want your high carb to be, a lot of people choose like a weekend, like a Friday or something. Some people just choose a different day. And then the 4 days are your moderate, your normal calories, your normal carbs, proteins, and fats. And the reason we do that is, first of all, it confuses the body, but it revs up the metabolism. Your body doesn't really know what's going on. And when you cycle that way, it can accentuate some fat loss. Everybody's a little bit.
Fat loss or weight loss?
Well, mainly fat loss, which of course
Because I'm
can lead to
almost
weight
at
loss.
weight, yeah, I'm almost at my goal, so
Mhm.
I don't know.
So it's something we can talk about. It's,
Yeah.
you put it in MyFitnessPal, and I think the toughest is just the lower carb because you're used to using carbohydrates as your energy source. That's really our primary energy source. Not that protein and fats don't give it, but it's mainly carbohydrates. And what the lower carb days do is it forces our body to go into fat stores to get the energy versus the carbohydrates. And so it can really boost fat loss. It's not something that you do for an extended period of time because it's not sustainable. That's the whole ketogenic diet, is it's always low carb, go into ketosis, which is a whole nother topic. Low carb, but what happens is it doesn't sustain you longer than a couple of weeks because we want energy. We're so used to that, and it's just not something you can do for the rest of your life.
Right.
I don't believe, and I don't think it's good for your body because you need the carbohydrates, obviously the good stuff. But what it does is it kind of tricks your body, and it uses different sources of energy for fat loss. So we do 4-6 weeks, that's it. And then we go back to regular, your normal calories and your macros based on how well you did during the calorie carb cycling kind of thing. So, it works. It's worked for both Pam and Jody.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's not a long-term thing. It's intermittent. So we'll do it like Pam, when did you do it last? Was that October or September? Something like that. So you've done it, did it before, and then we went back to regular, I don't want to say normal, but quote unquote, like back to not doing the calorie. And then
Yeah.
now we decided to try it again because it certainly, it works for me. It works for most people. You just have to get through the low carb. Those are probably your tougher days. And so that's why you do it on a day that you're not working out, like a hard workout. You can go walk and you can, do things like that, but to go and lift, you're just not going to have the energy to do it. And you're going to be more sluggish. So that's why we picked those.
Yeah. All right. I don't know about that. I think I might be a little too old for that.
Pat.
You look
I
at
gotta
you.
have my energy. I gotta have my carbs.
You
I
could
mean,
even.
that was why I came to you, because you promoted carbs and fats.
Mhm.
And I know from even when I was younger, if I did not have the right carbs, I mean,
Right.
I just could not lift.
Right.
And so,
Yeah, that's why we do it. We do that on those days where you're not as active. And it doesn't make it, it's not like it's easy, but it really just kind of taps into that fat storage.
yeah, maybe some of that fat that's hanging around.
Right. And so even if you do it,
Because I can't get much skinnier. It's going to be like,
yeah,
I'm going to
it'll
look
be-
like those anorexic old ladies at the gym that,
you know what? You'll never look like that.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm going to take a picture in the bathing suit and you'll see what's happening.
Yeah, I don't think you'll look like that.
Skinny, skinny.
Yeah, but look at the muscle you've put on.
Well, that's what we're going to work on now.
Yes, we are. But if you look at what we do is we follow those measurements. And so, so when you look at, like, let's say, for instance, your hips, you can only lose so much over your hips because your bones are there, right?
My bones are there now.
Right. And so what happens, and your biceps too, remember, your biceps go down, but then all of a sudden they start to kind of like, because you're building that muscle there. And so that's happening to you. And so like you and I were tweaking things a little bit. I want you to think a little bit more about trying it.
Well, I think if you explain it to me better, I'll get it, because
Yeah.
I do have, I did look at something in MyFitnessPal. I think I did a few mess ups there the last few months, getting confused with the nutrients section and the macro section.
Oh, sure.
And so today I looked at the macro section and I was like, wow, I'm so over on carbs here. And I was about to have a potato with my dinner, and so I didn't have it, which took it all down. But I think I've been looking at something the wrong way after all this time.
But look at your
So
results.
Look at the results.
Yeah, I know. Still, yeah, I know. I've had great success, but I want a better understanding. We'll talk
Yeah.
about that on Friday. So
And what I
I'll
can do, there's a really good article out there about it that I can send you ahead of time, and you can take read it.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of stuff out there about calorie and carb cycling. I mean, but I have a really good one that I believe in. I'm not going to send you guys anything that I don't believe in and have done
Right.
myself. So I'll send that. I can send that to you. It'll be just a link and you can open up.
Good.
Yeah. How's Hillary?
I'm doing good.
How are you?
It's been hard for me to do the protein, get the protein up that much. And I'm feeling like I'm not even like I'm at a point where I don't even want to eat anymore, because it seems like I'm full. So I'm just not getting my calories up high. So
Okay.
I'm still trying to figure out how to make it work.
Okay.
for me.
What are you taking in as far as fats? Because that's where you're going to get more calories.
Well, I'm doing it in dressings
Okay.
with olive oil and what do you call it stuff?
Avocado?
I'm doing avocados, yeah.
Okay.
And my mind just blank.
You saw, I think we're all in the same boat today. I can hardly talk.
Yeah.
I've been talking all day though, so.
So, but I've been doing like a double collagen in the day, like 2 servings of collagen. So that's helping get that up. And then
Okay.
trying to just find I'm out of my normal shake that I do. And so I was looking for another replacement shake. And I've noticed there's a lot of, are you familiar with carrageenan?
Carrageenan. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like showing up in lots of things lately. And
Yeah.
like I was looking at Fairlife and it has it in there.
What
And
is
there-
it? Can you?
Carrageenan is bad for the gut.
It can cause cancer.
Yeah. It's
supposedly.
Carrageenan.
Yeah.
carrageenan.
Oh, I'll look at that.
I think it's
So,
a solidifying thing.
It helps
Solidifies
you
stuff.
up. But anyway, I've noticed it's in cottage cheese now, and it's in whipping cream.
All the good stuff.
Yeah, and I found it in a Quest protein bar.
Interesting. Do we have any of those here, Dan? Quest?
Not all of them. It's not all of them.
It's not all of them, because I was gonna run down and see if I had any, because I have some Quest. I have most of RX, but I have some Quest. I do drink the Fairlife in a pinch, ready to drink or for something different. But I just started buying those. I'm usually buy those GNC lean 25s that I told you about.
Why
But
don't you explain it?
I didn't look to see about the care, whatever, I can't pronounce that word.
Yeah, Dan's listening too. He's gonna look it up.
Oh, okay.
Dan, my husband is a chemist, so he's a nerd.
Oh, nice.
So he's gonna look it up. He's gonna explain it all to us, because that's interesting. Yeah, so he's checking it out right now.
Hillary, are you saying that didn't used to show up in like cottage cheese and stuff like that, or whipping cream? Because I don't routinely eat that, but I wouldn't look at the labels like that
Yeah.
either. So
I've never noticed it before.
Okay,
And
okay.
especially, and I had an organic cottage cheese I was eating.
Yeah,
and it was in there.
So-
Yeah.
Wow.
Now I gotta go look at my cottage
Hey,
cheese.
ladies. So I'm her cheat sheet today. So carrageenan is a food additive they use for processing foods, and it's an emulsifier and a thickener. It's made from an extract from seaweed, which doesn't sound bad, but the problem is when it degrades under certain conditions, it can be highly inflammatory. So let's say you were cooking with it and you start to degrade it, those byproducts, degradation byproducts, are extremely inflammatory for the digestive tract. So there's a lot of people that are reacting to that. And then there are some studies that suggest maybe carcinogen if it's broken down, but a lot of those are just really bad science. So there's nothing that really says that, but anybody can say anything. But I think it's pretty safe from the research I've seen that it is, if you cook with it, or it's been degraded in some way, like if it's sat forever, in your cupboard, maybe that'll be inflammatory, maybe give you an upset stomach.
Yep.
Got it.
So
In the book, The Whole 30, they discuss that, and they say that a lot of people have gut issues from that carrageenan. So if you
Yeah.
experience it, they say to watch out for it.
Yeah, so it makes
That's what I
sense,
learned.
because if some people react to protein bars, thank you.
yeah, like I just,
Yeah.
it's funny.
Yeah, interesting that
It's
you
funny,
said
I
that.
just ate a Quest bar and my stomach is a mess.
There you go.
Now I'm gonna look at it.
We got a bunch of, I got a basket from a friend that had protein bars and the Bang, it's called Bang, it's an energy drink.
Oh, yeah.
And a whole bunch of other stuff. And so he's like the garbage can, he'll eat it because it's there. So yeah, is it in
We call
it?
that
I'm the guinea-
garbage belly.
I'm the guinea pig. So I'm just looking real quick.
Kind of it.
So it wasn't in all of them, like, 'cause
Right.
I'm trying to remember which one it was that I saw it was in, but
Yeah, it's not in this one specifically. And
It's-
it's the s'mores one,
okay.
but yeah, it's not in
Was
this
it
one.
good, even though it upset your stomach?
Yeah, there's something in here that did. I don't eat these very often.
but he is because it's there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
I think the one I had was the Quest Hero Bar, and they've
Oh.
got caramel and stuff like that.
okay.
I think that was the one that had it in it.
Yeah, that's a bigger one, more protein in that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. He's gonna go look at our cottage cheese now.
Oh,
Well,
geez.
that's what I'm gonna do when we get off. I'm gonna look at mine.
Good.
Because
So this
my
week-
granddaughter has a lot of stomach issues, and she eats crap food.
Mm.
It's just the way it is. She's a picky eater. And I looked at a lot of the foods she ate, and carrageenan is in it.
Yeah, he just looked at what we have and it's in there. I don't
And,
eat
you know,
much.
maybe
I don't
that'll-
eat much dairy.
It's in the Kent's cottage cheese.
Yeah, we
No,
have,
it's even in chicken nuggets and stuff. It's
Ugh.
in so much, it's in a lot of things.
It's a good tool for thickening.
Well, yeah.
and emulsifying.
yeah, but it can cause,
Oh,
that's the
okay.
problem, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it does. Thanks for bringing that up, Hillary.
Maybe something more posted.
Yeah, that would be, that's a good post. So, what I was gonna ask you too, how many grams of protein do I have you?
196.
Oh, that, because you're doing, that's because she's,
I haven't made it. I haven't made it.
she's doing a carb, different type of carb cycling, kind of like what you're doing, Pam.
Yeah, but I'm not, thank God I don't have a day at 196, Hillary,
Yeah.
because
I would never.
my highest day is 178 and I was
Oh.
able to meet it, but I'm doing, you're higher than that, Jody?
I think my normal right now is like 194.
Oh
Oh.
my God, I could never do it.
Well, you
So
can-
I'm
the-
getting
A lot of
121.
adjustment.
So
I'm
the
getting-
reason that they're doing it now is they're lifting heavy, building
Right.
muscle, doing something a little bit different than you guys are. So, and Hillary, what we can do is, how much are you getting in? About,
Maybe. I'm probably about 40 or 50 short.
okay, that's not too bad. So I was actually thinking, let me look at, I'm just writing some notes here. Let me look at it and maybe we just drop you down to that so that you don't feel
Too full.
too full. Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you for helping. See, I can't talk today.
Well, I do that all the time, so.
So yeah, let me look at that. I'll do that. I'll do that tonight.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. How are you doing with the rest of it? The
Well,
fat. parts?
the fat part's not a problem. It's just the protein's the part where I'm
Okay.
struggling.
Yeah. That makes sense. So we can drop that down a little bit. But I'll look at everything.
Okay.
Perfect. I mean, that's the reason why we do this. I need to get feedback from you guys, especially if when you're struggling like that. So,
Hillary, are you trying to get your protein in mostly at like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or are you trying to spread it out throughout the day?
Usually in the morning I do really well at getting a lot in.
Uh-huh.
I'm not a big fan of egg whites right now. Like I've been forcing myself to eat them so I get more in, but I'm just kind of like,
is it causing problems? Like, are you sick like from it?
I don't know, because I've been having some wonky feelings recently. Like in the late afternoon, I start feeling kind of wonky, and I've had hot flashes come back too. And so,
Me too.
yes.
Yeah, what is up
Well,
with it?
Me too, and I'm 70.
Oh my God.
Please. You know what I put on my egg whites that makes it very palatable is a tablespoon of salsa.
Same. I do the
I have
same.
hot sauce too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that helps. Well, maybe that's why I have a hot flash, but
Do you
oh,
find
no.
them bland, Hillary?
I'm sorry, but
Do you find them just bland? Is that why you don't? Or-
it's just that I'm just like the texture of them is just turning me off for some reason.
Yeah.
You know what I do? I trick my eye sometimes. I'll have maybe 2 or 3 egg whites, the liquid egg whites, and then I'll throw in a whole egg.
Yeah,
it-
yeah.
Trick you into feeling like you actually have that they're all regular whole eggs, and it gives you a little bit better texture that way.
Yeah, I get the eggs. I used to do that on a daily, like eat eggs, and I had to stop for a while. What you could do even with the liquid egg whites, you can make smoothies out of that. So it's not like you're cooking with it. You can make a smoothie with liquid egg whites. That's good. So,
You can?
oh yeah.
It's not raw egg whites?
Well, you could do that
Raw
plain,
egg.
but you would add some protein powder. So you would do liquid egg whites, protein powder, some fruit, unsweetened coconut milk, and blend that up with a little bit of ice. That's really good. You don't even know you're having egg whites. Really.
Try that.
I
I'm
had
gonna
no,
try
so
that.
I would throw up thinking I was drinking raw eggs.
No.
Oh,
Oh,
my
God, we
God.
used to mix raw eggs in our oatmeal when we
Yep.
were 40
Oh,
and
never.
bodybuilding.
Yeah.
I have to
So-
buy the egg whites that are colored yellow because I'm almost gonna throw up if I pour the other ones in the. Yeah,
You
I'm
know-
that horrible.
Do you know you can get flavored liquid egg whites?
No, I've never seen the flavored one.
It's called, the company's Muscle Egg. Muscleegg.com, flavored
Are they-
liquid egg whites. So you
Are they
can
good
get,
for you?
they're good. You can drink it
Muscle
like you're
Egg.
drinking egg whites, but they're flavored.
Yeah, well, that's back to that drinking raw egg shit. No way. I'll do a lot of things, but no.
I
I'm
can,
the texture thing.
if I need to get protein in, I'll
I
just,
am going to try that because I love egg whites to begin with, but I have struggled getting in 121 grams of protein, so I'm shoving that in my shake.
Mhm. So you could
Problem
make,
solved.
I mean, just think about the protein you could have there, because you're flavoring it with a protein powder. And
Yep.
throwing strawberries and whatever in there, it really is good.
With a teaspoon of cacao, or however you say it,
Yeah.
it's delicious. There's
It
no
is.
fat in it.
Mhm.
0 fat in this kind that I have, and I think it's only like a few grams of protein, but it's
Yeah.
makes it so good.
You can put your collagen in there too, Hillary, just some ideas.
Yep.
But I'll take a look and we can cut that down a little bit for you so you don't feel so full. And yeah, so I'll do that. Will that help?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be making protein balls here pretty soon, some different ones, and I'll post the recipes on there too. There's like a cinnamon vanilla. I think there's a
Yummy.
key lime and coconut. So I'll post those on there, and you make
Okay.
a protein powder in there. There's peanut butter with the mini dark chocolate chips in there, or you
Yummy.
God.
can put in there, and you get a little extra protein that way because you use the protein powder in it. So
Yeah.
and they're good snack. So and it's not awful.
Good. No, that sounds great. Yeah, I love it when you post stuff,
I
recipes. in
know,
there.
right?
So good at it. Ugh.
Love it.
Yeah, I always say I'm going to try it, and then I never do.
Yeah. Well, you have some good ideas too, Pat. You can post those in that group.
Well, but I stick to so many of the same old things.
Yeah.
I
It's
have to
simple.
really try something new.
Sure. Simple just is better sometimes.
Mhm.
Like tonight, I had Publix chili,
Oh, yeah.
but I only had a cup, so it's so much lower. I wanted more, but I only had the cup because I was just lazy to cook dinner.
Yeah, you're gonna have days like that, and that's
Yeah.
not the end of the world, and you didn't have, a ton of it, right?
No, and I
Oh.
had salad and and I throw the vegetables right in the chili. I don't care.
Yeah.
I could probably mix dog poop with leftovers.
There
So long as
you
it's
go.
all
You'll get
mixed up, I'm gonna eat it.
You'll get some good protein that way.
No, right.
There you go, Hillary.
I don't have a dog.
I don't either, so no.
Right. Oh my gosh. What else do you have for me? I think that I'll do a post on that. What is it called? Carrageenan. I'll have him help me with that. Drop your protein, Hillary. We'll drop that a little bit. I'll send that calorie carb cycle article to you, Pat. What else do you guys have for me?
Can
Just
you
put
send me
Never
that
got,
too?
Go ahead.
go ahead.
I was just gonna ask if you wouldn't mind sending me the same.
Oh,
link.
absolutely. Absolutely.
And the soup stuff, I'm getting out my crock pot because I know that if I start to make some stew and some like pot roast and soup and stuff, that I'll have more things around to eat better in the evening,
That's a good idea.
So you said you had something about this. I want to know about the soup,
Oh.
what to use for the soup, lentil
Oh, I
soup.
think you
or-
asked before and I didn't get that. So I'm doing that right now, writing it down.
I mean, it gets down to 50 degrees here, so I do get very cold.
Wah.
Matt,
Yeah.
we're in the negative temps
Yes.
here, wind chill.
I would die. I would die.
You wouldn't die. It's actually
I would
refreshing,
never,
but it was cold today.
It was, yeah.
I would never go out of my house. I am telling you right now.
You just would bundle up.
No, I wouldn't.
You just start a fire.
That too.
I would never go.
We're all, yeah, Hillary, what's it by you? Is it cold by you?
It's in the 30s.
Oh, yeah, we're in the
Wow.
minuses, man.
We're in the minuses too.
We're in single digits right now.
No.
That
Mhm.
wind today and
Oh,
yesterday,
I know.
the last several days, yeah. And I was out a lot
Well-
today, and I actually got bitter cold today out
Yeah.
running around.
Yeah. And then we've got this dog that wants to go in and out, in and out, in and out.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't care how cold it is. He's pretty.
Your
quiet
lab
with him.
doesn't, but my Shih Tzus, we've had to rescue them a couple of times because they get out there farting around doing their business, and then their feet get too cold and they dance around, and then they won't come in, they won't walk, so then we got to run out and save them. Yeah.
Oh my
Mine
gosh.
were white
that's
and you
funny.
couldn't find them in the snow. They were solid white. You could never
Oh.
find them. They were so tiny, they would get lost and I'd be going out with a flashlight. That's why I moved to Florida, so I could find my dog.
There you go. There you go. Yes. Yeah, having a dog in this weather. Huh. Anyway, okay, did somebody else have a question? I know.
Oh, I just was commenting, fighting our way through, or fighting my way through this 2 to 3 weeks that every winter about this time of year that I don't, like I
Yeah.
said, I don't know if it's the post-holiday blues or the post-holiday midwinter, but it's usually a good 2-3 weeks, probably the month of January, I really suffer with the SAD. So I did start taking, if I catch it in time, and I just wasn't thinking this year, usually about the time we switch the clocks back, I up my vitamin D to a double,
Mm-hmm.
1 in the morning and 1 at night. So it's constantly elevating, and it helps me a lot. But man,
Right,
yes,
you gonna try that heat lamp?
I am. I found it
Yeah.
here. And I
No,
found
I'm not kidding you. When I lived in Ohio, I have a bed, my bed has I don't know what you call it behind it, but it's a huge thing behind it. And there's lights that come in. And I lived in Ohio and it would be really freezing. And I would go there and lay in my bed and have those lights beaming on me. And the kids would come in and say, "Mom, what are you doing?" And I'd say, "I'm at the beach."
leave me alone.
I'm at the-
And it worked. It really helped.
Good. It's a good way to
You
look
should
at
try
it.
it.
Yeah.
You should try that lamp.
Yeah.
But
No,
I
I
thought
think it works.
so.
Mhm.
Put on your bikini now that you're so skinny. Turn that lamp on and do a little dance and
There you go. And then post it on Facebook in the group.
Oh, yeah.
oh gosh.
I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough because it's the sun is out. It was beautiful out, but you can't do anything out there. It's too cold. You freeze to death, right? So, yeah, we all have.
Do you
I-
find when you're cold like that you tense up a lot, your body
Yes.
and your muscles?
Oh, yes.
And then, oh yeah, and that was a big problem for me. And that's why I had so many issues with my muscles for a while.
Mhm.
I gotta have the heat. Sorry.
No,
Gotta have the heat.
I hear you. I hear you.
Hey, I'll share something else with you, ladies. So in addition to that wonderful bright light therapy lamp that I got for Christmas, of course, everything I asked for was fitness related because that's
I imagine that.
Right. And they all came through with just phenomenal things. So the other thing I got that I asked for that I'm telling you, I wished I would have had for years, and we all need one, is one of those massage guns.
Yeah.
Oh,
my
yes.
God, I use that at least twice every day, I think, and it is amazing.
Yes.
I
Yes.
have one.
Oh, yeah. And Ryan, my boyfriend's like, you're using that again? I didn't think you'd ever even use that a bit, because I asked my boys for it and they're the ones who bought it for me. I'm like, oh my God, yeah, I'm
Yeah,
using it
yeah.
again. It's amazing.
It does. It works really well.
Oh,
I
wonderful.
get tight like right up in here.
Always.
And I have that on there. I did that a lot this weekend because I was by myself and I mean, it's
Listen.
sore, but it helps.
Remember I told you about the cold laser therapy that I got
Yes.
for all up in the trap? It's a miracle. I had
Yeah.
3 sessions and I don't have any of that pain in the trap that I was having.
Oh, that's so
It's
good.
just, you got to look it up, cold laser therapy. It's not actually
Never heard of it.
cold. It's COLD is the acronym, but
Right.
it's laser massage therapy, laser massage therapy. And you have to have a special, license to do it.
Yeah.
And it has to do with the protons and the ions in the body and how they move and they heal.
Mm-hmm.
And that whole thing I was having in the lower back below the bra line,
Mm-hmm.
so much better. It's practically gone from
Wow.
the sessions that I had. And it was only 3 of them.
Nice.
Behind my knee, all of that stuff. I cannot believe it.
Wow.
I would
glad to hear
recommend it
that.
if you have a spot that's so bad. My trap, she said, was rolled over onto itself. She
Oh.
couldn't even move the trap, the
Sure.
muscle. It was so
Wow.
tightly pushed. So
Yeah.
she worked on it
Wow.
3 times.
Nice. Well, I'm glad it worked.
I highly recommend it if you've got an area that's getting
Yeah.
chronic.
Yeah, because
And the gun. The
I'm
gun's
like the-
great.
Right. Everybody has to have one. I got one for Christmas too.
Did you?
I didn't get one. I didn't get one yet, but I will.
Yes.
I'll get my
Yeah, I
own.
love it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, that's great. I'm so glad that helped you because I know you were struggling with that.
I was getting worried.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. It's miserable when you hurt like that.
Oh, for sure.
Well, it's like that. Was like that for years.
Yeah. I'm glad you did something.
Since before I knew you, it was like that from swimming and everything else.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, you did a lot of swimming too. So,
Hey. Up with the little different change of subject here. I came up with a modification for the good mornings because I didn't have a barbell.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of laugh, but it works great. And I don't play golf either, but for some reason I have a putter here.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, you don't want to know.
Yeah,
So
that's another story.
Yeah. Right.
So I had the putter, and then I had the resistance band with the handles on it.
Okay.
So I put it across my back,
I knew that's what you were going to say. How ingenious.
Yes.
and I like looking around, going, "What can I do to modify this and make this work?" Because I don't want to leave the house. It's cold. It works. So you just
Nice.
put it across your shoulders because the putter's long enough.
Mhm.
But each handle over the end, you can hang on to it that way, and then under your feet. And
Right.
you,
Wow.
No.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, no kidding.
all
Wow.
this brains, I'm telling you.
Yes. You're really good at that. Let me figure out how I can
She
make
is.
it work. That's cool. I like that.
What is a good morning?
Oh,
Is it an exercise?
It's an
is.
exercise where you put the barbell on your back. It's for your lower back and your hamstrings and your glutes. And you stick your butt back and you go down and and then you come back up and you have this barbell. So the barbell is about 45 pounds, but they're called good mornings. I don't know why,
I don't know why.
but they are really good for. You have to
Not a
keep your-
great position to say good morning in.
It
I mean,
isn't. Maybe that's why that's
No.
probably why.
You might get a big surprise with that one.
Yes, you could.
Sorry, my brain goes to these places sometimes. Could you imagine? Good morning, bend over. No.
You know, that doesn't surprise me, Pat, that coming from you at all.
Right.
It It means I'm desperate.
Oh my gosh. If anything, this is a really good therapy session, right? Yeah.
That's a subject we better never get on.
Right, right. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine?
Yeah, I think I'd be in big trouble.
Yeah. All right, guys. Anything else?
I think so. Oh,
All
God.
right.
And now I got another thought. Did you ever watch Betty White in Hot in Cleveland?
I don't think so.
Remember that episode with the bender over?
Oh, gee.
All right, I gotta write that down. Oh, and she was my favorite. And when anyway,
something
yeah, that
else.
definitely will have to watch that now.
But
Yeah, she's
she
my
couldn't
favorite.
do the take. It was so
Right.
funny. They couldn't complete the take. It took.
Oh my God.
I
I can
just
just
watched it.
imagine.
It's a good one.
Yeah,
I just
I'm
saw
gonna
a
do that.
documentary last night. I watched a documentary of her last night, and they brought that, Valerie Bertinelli brought that whole
Oh.
scene up,
Oh.
and they showed a few clips, and oh my God, because nobody would expect Betty White to act like that. but
No, she's such, oh my gosh. Do you know that she's gonna be buried here in Wisconsin?
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Her husband is buried in Mineral Point, Wisconsin, and so, or her previous husband, so they're gonna put her there. Yeah,
With Alan, her greatest
Alan.
love.
right. Yeah.
You know, she was really a beautiful woman when she was younger.
Yes,
I mean, really beautiful. And she could sing. It
yes,
was amazing.
Triple
Yeah.
threat.
yeah. I mean, she was just an iconic, very classy, fun, just,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, just thinking
Well,
about
I'm
her,
gonna
I
leave you
smile.
with one thing she said, because you were all women, that I think is hysterical, and all the men I told it to almost fell down in the chairs.
Oh, tell Dan to go in the other room.
Yeah, he's over there just
Says-
laughing.
She says,
Free entertainment.
why do they tell you to grow a pair of balls? She said, balls are soft and get hurt very easily. Why don't they tell you to grow a vagina? It spits out a 12-pound kid.
And then they pound it.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Yeah, yeah.
She said, they're soft and they get hurt so easily.
It's true.
It is true. It is true.
Oh my God.
You're not telling any
Oh.
lies.
Right, right. I love it. Now, on that note,
Right?
I love it.
Okay,
I love it.
bye.
All right, guys, have a good night.
Bye.
You too. Bye.
Bye.